Hey guys, this is Aaron from Geeky Development and welcome to our XCode tutorials, and this is part 3 of our little mini table view tutorial series. Now so far then we've basically created the table view and the table style and populated it, and in the last part I showed you how to push the table view to our detail view controller. So we have here what we've already created, and when we select one of them, push it to our detail view. Now this part we're going to start populating the detail view with our kind of information, our NS arrays. So we're going to start by heading over to our detail view controller.m, where in the view did load here we're going to simply do underscore title label dot text space equals space detail module. So underscore detail module there, bracket, and then the number 0, and then bracket, and that array semicolon. What that means is our title label is going to equal the 0 kind of value of our detail module. Now if we go to our table view controller.m, you can see here our detail module. Now what it means here, so we got 3 here. So the first one is kind of equal to 0. The description is equal to 1, and the images is equal to 2. If you added a 4th one in, that 4th one will be equal to 3. So back to our detail view .m. If I simply copy this and paste it here, and simply change this now to our description label, and then we change the number on the detail module here to 1. And now this one, the next one, we need to do image view dot image space equal space bracket UI image space image named, and then the NS string here, do underscore again detail module bracket 2, and then finish up with a bracket and a semicolon. And another great way we can do is now if we go add, when we push to it and our navigation title bar at the top loads up, it'd be great if we could have the title of our landmark appear in there. And to do that we do self.navigation item dot title space equals space, and it's gonna equal the same detail module as our title will, and that way semicolon. So now if we go to our main.storyboard, where we're going to basically add our images and our 2 labels. So if I just drag 2 labels in there, and we just find our image view now, there we go. So if I add the image view in here, I'm going to select the mode of it here to aspect fit. So the image only scales to fit kind of the imagery, so it won't be out of proportion, so it will look quite nice. So now if I get this label here, I'll drag it out a bit so it fits the same width there. I'll just get rid of this one and I'll copy and paste because it's roughly the same size, and I'll just reduce the text size of that there and bring it up a bit. So now if I click onto detail view controller at the bottom here and go to our connections tab, we're going to link up our title label to our first label there, image view to our image view, and description label to our description label. Now that we've done that, we're simply going to build and run, and then when we push to our detail view now, the information from our table view should go with it. So for instance, Big Ben, and the image of Big Ben, title Big Ben, and the description London, England. We press that, and as you can see now, the navigation title displays our title. The image view has now our Big Ben image, has our title and our description there. If we go back and select a different one, such as the Great Wall of China, and as you can see there, it's been pushed in and it all loads up there. So each one works perfect for Leaning Tower of Pisa, Stonehenge, Eiffel Tower. They all work perfect. Now that we've done that, we kind of want to take it a little step further. So as we had on the little sample on our, what I showed you on the part 1, So this is just basically the information from our table view. So now what if we want to add a little bit more information, such as on the sample I showed you, we had kind of the when it was built, the height of the landmark, what type of landmark it is, and how many people visit a year. So the actual additional information which is going to be different for each one of the landmarks. So basically we're going to kind of do that. So what we're going to do first is get a label, and we're going to add 4 more labels. So once we've got 4 labels in, we are simply going to open up our assistant editor, as this will help us a little bit more quicker. And we go to our detail view controller.h. We're just going to do bracket and press enter. And I'm going to get the first label, drag it in, and I'll simply name the outlet built. The third outlet, the second outlet, sorry, this will be our height of the landmark. Our third outlet, this will be what type of landmark it is. And finally our fourth landmark, it decides to select, there we go. Our fourth one, this is how many visitors will be, so visitation basically. Now once we got them in, they're all linked up, so what we basically need to do then is go to our detail view controller.m, and how we do it is in the kind of view did load section here, we do an if statement. So if in the condition the title label dot text is equal to string, so at symbol quotation mark quotation mark. So if the title label equals Big Ben, oh, we need to put brackets on them, sorry. So if the title label equals Big Ben, then the label, so the built label dot text is going to equal at symbol quotation mark, it's gonna built colon 1895. Before you think I'm some kind of genius, I've got these kind of, you know, information of the landmarks kind of written down beside me, so I'm not some genius. So if the title label equals Big Ben, then the built label is going to equal this. Basically, that's how we're doing it. So then if I just copy this line, make sure there's 4, and I'll change the second one from built to height, third one to type, and that one to visitation, and I'll just basically change what's in the text is going to equal. So the height is going to equal 96 meters. The type is kind of cultural. Make sure it's all spelt right here, and it looks quite nice. So the type is cultural, and then the visitation, how many visitors it kind of gets a year. And this is just random, you know, I've got this information off the internet, so it can be complete rubbish really, but you never know how reliable the internet is really. But this information is plucked from the internet, so don't have a go at me if it's wrong, but blame the internet. So now if we go to build and run, so basically before we do that quickly, so if the title equals Big Ben, all these labels are going to equal kind of the information we set there. So if I go to build and run now, you will see, so if I select Big Ben, then all the information is set out there. But if I go to, say, the Colosseum, it remains label as we haven't added the extra information. So only because the title equals Big Ben, it displays this information number. So I have all the information for all the landmarks here. So rather than me sit here and type them out, which will be pretty boring for you watching, I'm simply just going to paste them in. So as you can see, it's all pasted in. And another thing you may notice as well, it's a lot of code, and it can, you know, just makes it feel like forever. So if we go to here and we can close up each one of our if statements, so we never have to see them again. Reduces the mess of our code there. So now once we've done all that, if we go to build and run, now each one of our landmarks now has information. So Leaning Tower Pisa, built 1372, Stonehenge, height 7.3 meters, Statue of Liberty, visitation 3.2 million a year. Again, none of this information is all wrong, but it's just basically what I got off the internet. So don't have a go at me if you find some of it's wrong. It's just basically just got it for your kind of just to show you really as an example. So as you can see, it's all got its own information here. So basically we've pushed to our detail view and loaded up our set information from our table view. And we also have our if statements to add additional information. So we can use this to display more text, more image files, or something completely different. So that's kind of how you push and populate the detail view. So again, thanks for watching. I hope this helps in your apps or projects at the moment. I really hope this little tutorial, little table view series is really helping you, and you do get some benefit from it. Again, if you like the video and you're liking the series, make sure you favourite it and thumbs it up and do what you can, as it really does help us out. And if you haven't, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you like and favourite us on Facebook and Twitter. And most importantly, check out all our apps which are currently on the App Store just by simply searching Geeky Lemon. And again, if you haven't, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you all next time in our next tutorial.
Thank you for watching this tutorial by Geeky Lemon Development. Be sure to follow them on Twitter and like them on Facebook. Oh, and check out all of their other tutorials and sample projects on their website, geekylemon.com. But most importantly, please download their awesome iPhone and iPad apps by searching Geeky Lemon on the App Store. And please remember to subscribe.